Now, elk are very what you would call habitual, which means they have certain habits. And elk are very consistent on summering and wintering ground. He gave up.
They're kind of really snow. Oh, sorry. I'm not gonna. What's doing? Are you okay? Yeah. Guys, pick it up. Where's your feet? I know.
Must be some pellets in front of this thing.
There must be.
Yeah? Oh, look at this one with little ones. Where are the pellets? Whoa! Oh, yes! They're so good. Oh, my God.
Oh, maybe they're not going to eat it.
Why not?
I'm even thinking about it. Some of them are.
That's the baby one. Oh, that's a baby one. That's the baby boy. That's a baby boy. Oh, baby boy. Baby boy. Whoa. Yeah, we're so.
The noise is called mewing and chirping. That's how they communicate. And that's kind of the same thing. They have so many elk coming. Their aim is to only have 5,000 head, but they are ending up with more than that right now.
Amigos, miren, tienen mucho hambre.
They're coming to Esas son las mujeres.
Let's try to slide up. They might come and eat.
Porque no
One
tienen
elk is running. The other elk don't question why it's running, because if that one's running, he feels like he's gonna die, and if he feels like he's gonna die, then everybody else feels like they should probably be feeling the same. So they move for safety.
But there's nothing behind us that I see.
No, my guess from what I'm watching is it looks like these elk are coming up looking for some of the supplemental feed. Does everybody know about the supplemental feed program that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has out here?
No.
No?
Vamos a escuchar más acerca de eso.
Oh, they do?
No.
Oh,
No, she said go ahead and...
All right. So, the refuge was actually started in 1912 due to the fact that the number of elk out here was declining rapidly due to starvation. As more and more homesteaders came in here into the valley, there was less and less available feed because they would farm large acres of land and leave nothing for the elk to subside on. And so other issues they would have, instead of the elk eating it, a lot of them would actually bed down on it and sleep on it. Problem with that is they would then urinate and defecate on it, and then another elk would come and eat it, and which was spreading diseases. And so to try to reduce this amount of spread of disease, they did switch to pelletized alfalfa. Now, pelletized alfalfa looks exactly like what's sitting right here on the left side of this leg. That is actually some of that that's been left down. Now, the supplemental feed is just a supplement. So, elk need at least about 15 to 20 pounds of feed per day just to maintain body weight. And so when they're supplemental feeding, they're only feeding an average of about 8 pounds per head on the elk. So roughly with just over 7,000 head, that's quite a bit of feed that they are feeding. By the time they make it to their wintering ground, for example here on the refuge or one of the other place, they typically increase weight.
There was one group at the beginning of the season that hung out right by these guys' school for a while. Yeah, because they have the elk fence right on the playground there, and these elk were 15 yards from the fence for like a whole week.
They're running!
More of calcium and phosphorus, so pretty much the same things your bones are. It's fairly similar, it's almost identical actually.
See?
And so when it sheds, they're out of antlers for about 7 to 10 days before that antler starts to regrow. Once that antler does start to regrow, it will grow approximately 1 inch a day until it's fully grown again. It's one of the fastest growing vascular tissues in the animal kingdom.
Amigos, 1 pulgada es de este tamaño, es que cada día está creciendo de este tamaño.
Eso no es mucho.
Es mucho.
¿En un
Fíjense si
día?
su cabello estaba creciendo así.
En un día es mucho.
Oh, son un día hace eso y eso y
Sí.
eso. Más grande.
Hasta que llegue al tamaño que va a ser.
Hola, chiquitita, algo así. Oh, no anymore. They're not fighting anymore. No, they're not. It's the third round. They might go back. It's the third round. No, they're fighting the food. I know it's they're fighting the food.
Everybody'd like to sit down, we'll move up. So
Our boys.
both of those are boys. Only the boy elk have antlers. The girl elk do not have antlers. So the only one that's kind of off is this one right over here that has that lighter colored body. That would be one of the boys that's already shed off his antlers.
Where?
How do I describe? But behind the two that are fighting, you go just back and you have the one that's kind of standing there with his rump to us, his head's up and he's not moving. There he goes, kind of turning around.
Oh, yeah, I see.
He's that lighter color.
Why are you showing his butt?
Why? Because he's just kind of walking away.
Because he's just hanging out. We're in his world.
Yep.
What's that noise?
So
Where?
now, the difference is that we're going to run out and try to eat it. And so they don't get nearly as accustomed to us. The males, on the other hand, we can tend to spend a lot of time with the males and they'll grow very accustomed to us. And with that, we can typically get fairly close to them without them becoming nervous or starting to run away. So
Where's the tiny guy you see?
there is one bull that looks like he's already shed his antlers right over here. We are right at the beginning of antler shed season. For those that don't know, elk shed off their antlers every single year. Now you're different. Oh, sparring. Sparring's just kind of like two guys in the backyard wrestling, or two people in the backyard wrestling.
Where are they?
Just right over here, right there. They got their antlers locked together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, awesome. Awesome. You got stuff.
Now, we also have the Tetons here in the background as well, so it's kind of a nice view of both.
Oh, beautiful.
Does anybody know the difference between antler and horn?
Horn.
Stand up back here first. Wait.
Horns don't have.
The male elk are going to be more accustomed to the sleighs than the females are. The reason for that is the females always bring back the calf that they had from the year before, because they're always.
What?